Welcome back. We are glad you are still tuned in to Everyday Woman here on KTN Home. My name is Eustace Segete, and of course our guest today is extraordinary. Fun fact is that she has traveled all the countries in the world but two. This is New Zealand and North Pole, and she says she's working towards that. Now let's continue engaging Tegla.
Every time I run, I still think, what am I going to do our people so that they can come together? And I've been asked to be in Casablanca when there was bombs. I was running there. I was invited to go to Indonesia when there was a bomb blast where it killed many people from Australia and the US. The Minister of Sports and Tourism invited me to go to run so that people can see the sanity of sports. So I had to ask also the Minister of Foreign Affairs if I will be allowed to go to Indonesia. So I went there and we ran with the president of the country. But for me, I say, why is it that other country is asking for my help while we have situation at home? So that's how I came to back home and ask, I want to have a peace race in Kapenguria, which I was supported later by the government of Kibaki and members of our parliament, and of course with the AK. And I was also supported by the late Dr. Karang of South Sudan, okay, to stake that race in Kapenguria. And then the following day, I was asked, after the race, I was asked to go to the parliament of Uganda to talk about having
Uganda
a race.
Has really been calling.
Yes, to have a race in Karamoja and Kalasa, which we did it in 2004. International world now realizes through sports we can use somebody like Tegla. 2006 was when Kofi Annan invited many different personalities. I became the ambassador for peace through sports in representing Africa, of which I still the member. And then they live from the other side, and Europe is a tennis player from Switzerland, Roger Federer.
Interesting. And over the years, we understand that the foundation has helped various refugees and different women out there. Just highlight to us some of the achievements that have come through that.
That goodwill again across our borders, and we built a school for the Tegla Lorupe Peace Academy, whereby we were able to bring the kids from the reformed warriors to study together. And those, I can say, those are the achievements that through these peace initiatives. And again, working together with the government, for me, I can say that's a very good achievement. Some of the reformed warriors, when President Ruto was a vice, he invited some of these people that people fear them, and he talked to them. For me, it is a plus. Why? The head of state today that recognized those reformed warriors, that they gave out the weapons, and then they embark on community basis and bring their kids to school. So most of the refugees are in Kakuma, and the first refugees came to stay in West Pokot. The refugees athletes, I used to train with them. Some of them were staying in my house, but they never had opportunities to go outside. My heart was crying as somebody who was having the same issues. I said, these refugees are not bad people. It's like the same they were calling Tegla is the daughter of a warlord. I was not a bad person. But I talked to the president of the International Olympic Committee that we need to help these athletes if they can run outside like us. Because I used to go out, I come, I give them shoes, they go nowhere. That's when the president said, Tegla, in 2016, I will help them to run Olympics. And he flew to Kenya. He asked me if I can support this athlete. And of course, I had to get the permission from the government. Uhuru Kenyatta, our former president, was very good in sports, and he understood what I was doing. Through his government, I was able to be given opportunity to select the athlete together with the country director from UNSCR called Rauf. I was able to take those athletes to train in Hong. So We became the first country to take the refugees. 10 of them went to Rio, and 7 of them are African. So for me today, I say I'm really proud through the foundation, my country are recognized that the country who supported the refugee ever to run the Olympic marathon to run the Olympics. And the whole world, after the refugees that came from the Kakuma, today the whole world talk about the sports in refugees. It was only the country, Kenya, that supported that initiative.
That's very interesting. And I mean, apart from just supporting and empowering these refugees and sports people, how then did you continue impacting young women, in our society?
It's not only me alone, but probably the name Tegla is there. Many women understand the way I went through. It was difficult. And I can say that women also, we are multitask people. And when you have a role model, kids, they grow that I want to be like. So for me, I think there is what I did not run away from problem, while other people ran away to run for other countries. I think I'm the only athlete who went through a very difficult situation. And I had the opportunity to run for other countries. But I say, you know what, I will have to make a difference in my own community, in my own country, and probably the women all over the world to say that somebody has to stand to change the mind of people. When I see that you are a bad person, I don't have to talk badness about you. I will try to do something so that you see also I will love to follow this. And I can say today, our women, they have seen lights. When you see the girls winning, when you see people like Catherine the River ran a lot of races and won Boston, you see like Joyce Yapipa today, you see many of our women came after us. So that reality alone makes our mothers to see that give the chance to your daughter, and that daughter can make a difference. But I have a different overview that it is important that we support all our kids. And that's why when you see our school, I did not talk only about girls. I see that all our kids, boys and girls, give them opportunity so that they grow together, because we need one another. But women always, we can influence many, many things, even political. If our women today want to influence politics in this country, our country will stand, and will stand as women. I don't want to be a man.
When you're saying you have these narratives of supporting both genders, and you've mentioned, of course, the men that were in your life today, paint a picture of how you're working with both genders, to bring the dream to fruition, and to also achieve much more for you and for your foundation.
When we think for one side, for example, if I was to stay only with the women, I could not be the way I am. My brothers and the boys around our community helped me. Why they helped me? Because they saw there is something, maybe sometimes they were helping so that I can protect them when they do wrong. I can protect them from their mothers. But that gave me opportunity to see that both, they can stand together and make a difference. When I see my office today, maybe when I see maybe we are not, I have my brothers, there are many with different communities that work together. There is a place that women can play, and there is a place where our brothers, and I have to be proud to see that I have a stronger men in our society who can stand against odds. Yes.
Interesting. Paint a picture of how a typical day looks like for you.
It's difficult. For me, you cannot make appointment that I want to have appointment with Tegla, and I will give you the right appointment. So my day-to-day life is just full of. I'm a flexible person. Yeah.
Such
so
that
I'm not. I don't have the culture that I'm sticking in one position. No way. Yeah.
You're always on the move.
I'm always on. Yeah. I'm ready to help where I can. Yeah.
This year already, talk to us about some of the places and some of the assignments that you've involved yourself into.
This year, we had one event here in KBC where we showcase about our work that the foundation doing. That's agriculture, and also we talk about education. And for example, last year we had a November race in Tegla, which we brought also a medical team. This year we are going to have a dialogue in Tegla, and the foundation together with Office of the President, that's the AP, we are going to see what we can do together for dialogue to bring our communities together, either Marquette, Turkana, Pokot, and also our people from Mount Elgon. We will have also people from Uganda as coming to talk, and also we will also talk about the way forward for Africa, not only Kenya. And when one place is sick, the whole of Africa is sick. And we are going also, we just signed a MOU with Kenya Forest. I want to see that the community that we have a goodwill, they need now to grow trees. The president cannot do it alone, but we can use our influence that people can grow trees at the same time. They can grow food trees and they grow crops and protect the environment. So those are the things that the foundation are doing.
With all that experience and all that achievement, looking back at everything that you've done, do you think you are living a life that is successful enough, or a life that is satisfying your desires?
I think when you think that you live a life that is successful and satisfying your life, I think you limit yourself. And that's like, now, I've done so much. Like I ran and I got a lot of money, but I had to put this money to support the community and support the education for others. While we are still alive in this world, we continue and do what is needed. You can impact somebody's life tomorrow. But I'm really happy to, when I look back and I say the sacrifice that I did, I think I changed some people in, I think, lives. Yes, and we thank God and we pray God that we continue having more people comes like Tegla and many others to see that we work for good and see that African can stand and see. When you say we successful, what kind of success that we have today while we still have conflict in our country, while we still have people who cry or who are dying because of hunger. I think for me, when I see that they have not utilized our voices. For me, I'm flexible to go where people doesn't go and give information if I will be given opportunity and support.
Okay, interesting. We are going to take a short commercial break. Tegla says, so long as you are living, you continue to be impactful. You cannot say you have been successful. Well, there are still people out there that need your help and your voice. We are going to take a short commercial break, and when we are back, we are going to engage more and hear a lot from her. Welcome back. This is Everyday Woman, and we are having a conversation with Tegla, a woman of many achievements, and we are just wondering, what are some of the challenges? Of course, you mentioned the fact that one time you're thrown out of the track because of running and because of you're black, but we want to know some of the challenges that you've gone through now that you're into this space of mentoring people and giving back to the society. And how do you overcome these challenges?
When you talk about challenges, is that you have already created goodwill for people, and many people want to get so much from you. For example, they notice Tegla. There are women that they have kids that they cannot go to school. They might come and say, Tegla, we want you to help us. I am not a politician whereby they get money from the parliament or get money from donors. Yeah. It kills your heart. Those are the challenges that sometimes the foundation are facing. And when you have a lot of resources, you will be able to do one, two. For example, we have this program of WEREP, that's a rehabilitation of warriors. When these people leave what they were doing, they expect also something from this hand so that they can build, so that they can also see that when they go back to the community, say they are people who they are changed persons. And then that's another problem that also foundations are facing. And we have a school, for example, in Kavengoria. Our school is doing very well. And I thank the government because they support me with the teachers. Now, the community, even across, they want to bring their kids to the school because they want to see that their kids they do sports and at the same time they want to be like Tegla. We do not have a dormitory for the girls, for the boys. And for me, those are the small challenges that I face. Then we come back to challenges for other women. Women also faces a lot of insecurity because, for example, nowadays many women are single mothers. Sometimes they cannot take the pain. They are no longer like our mothers who used to see family as a mother is a pillar of a family. What I just want to tell women that we need to be strong in mentalities. When you become a role model, even the kids that you have, they will be a role model like yourself. Life outside there is not that easy, but you need to love what you have and listen to advices. Use your hands, grow. If there is something to grow food with your kids. You don't have to wait, okay, and the mentality that women have today is that they want to be like men. If you want to take that thing that I want to be like a man, and you forget your role as a woman, you know how much things a woman can do. If we take that notion and respect our brothers and respect those sons as your sons and brothers, women will come strong. They will never be weak. Women they will never get enough finance like men. If also I can say the government can see how can women be supported so that they can support the family, because a woman can bring a leader.
And with that being said, what word can you give to the men in support of what women do and in support of, the success of the dreams of, what we are trying to achieve as a country?
First of all, they should leave away alcohol. This is what is killing our country. And our men should stand for the Africa. They should not be bought by the whites. Anything comes, women sometimes they will stand firm. But anything that comes from the West, there are men who are making this continent to be weak. Have you seen women going to war? It's our brothers, our sons, and our husbands. Why? Because they are there to receive money from outside. Why they don't stand like sports people who support one another? We stand for the flag of our nations. It doesn't matter, I have a manager. When it comes to nation, I'll come and stand for our nation to make sure that we win our Olympic gold medal. And they will sing the flag of Africa or for Kenya. But today our men, if they can only support our women, and if they are not able to support, and then let them give the way for women so that we can help them.
That is a true call to action. And Tegla, we wonder, with all that power that you have and the influence, you still remain to be a humble person. How do you maintain your humility?
How I maintain my humility is difficult. I am the way I am. And when I see the fame is like my clothes. It just came, we found Tegla. And I don't want to be somebody because of having so much, because of having names. So I just want to be just a normal person whereby I will be able to sit down and get information from ground, I can laugh. If I still go home and help a mother there, I will be able to put the groundwork with my hands. So those who have names, let's be human.
Amazing. And also, I'm wondering, you are quite a reader. You say you liked studying and what have you. Maybe you can mention to us a few books that you've read and have also impacted the person you are today.
I read a lot of books, and as well the book from Mandela. I find Mandela books is encouraging. Why? I was reading about appetite when I was in primary school. Did I know that at one point when I was going to Japan to run, when Mandela came to Kenya for the first time, we were able to see him as a small group of athletes. And
Just
I say, yeah, let's say this is a hero that made Africa the way he is. And later on, when he became a president, he forgave those who did wrong to him. And this is what we should be embracing. And okay, maybe I will soon join him as in the Muliro.
Amazing. I'm wondering, maybe you are working on a book or something yourself with all this that you know?
Maybe I will ask for support to publish this book. I am sitting down with a place with somebody called Masinde, and we are putting my story.
And for sure, we will be here to support that book. I mean, and you say a typical day for you is kind of difficult. Wondering how you unwind, how you relieve off pressure, decompress, recharge to become
I go for
a strong
training
person.
every
You
morning.
go for every morning?
Yes,
what time are we
that's
talking
why I'm
about?
telling you I want to be your coach. So
my coach?
Yes, well, so that when you finish training in the morning, you don't bring your stress to some people who are innocent. So when you come, I'm tired. What's our topic? What's our agenda today? And then you are fresh.
All right. So you are still on track, running to exercise and to keep your mind active.
As an athlete, and now I sit in the Kenya Academy of Sports, of which now we have also to be a role model for the kids in the whole country. Yes, to support the initiative that the Kenya Academy of Sports. And I want to say thank to our CEO, Madam Doreen, also for putting us together. Everybody's doing good.
Wonderful. You have such an incredible story. And as we wind up, I'll just want you to give us a parting shot to close this episode.
My advice to our audience is to see, especially women, support our sports people, and my cry to the government, and especially the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Immigration, to protect those who are spoiling our kids by giving them drugs. It has made our country very bad name, and that has to come from the head of state, so that this country can run with clean, because sports brings resources to our country and bring the name of our country up. So we need to protect and give more support to our sportsmen and women. And also, because when we talk about security, let's protect our women in uniform and men in uniform, so that our country can stand with unity.
Okay, as an ambassador of peace, I mean, those are the most true words we can ever hear from anyone. And what a good note to end this show. Best believe sports transcends borders to make us have the best version of ourselves and the best version of our country. That's it from us here on KTN Home. Thank you for watching Everyday Woman. My name is Yusta Segete. Remember, you can continue with this conversation across our social media platforms. And of course, we will be glad to engage you. Until the next episode, be safe.